Major plans for WWE SmackDown. Sami Zayn turns on Roman Reigns to side with Kevin Owens. The Rock doesn't forget the people who helped him on the way up. Sasha Banks confirms she is done with WWE. Bray Wyatt breaks character for a young fan. WrestleMania 39 go-home episode of WWE Raw already sold out. WWE Raw ratings hit record low viewership. WWE's major plans for the Judgment Day in 2023, and more. Let's jump right into it. The Rock doesn't forget the people who helped him on the way up. WWE legend Teddy Long recently lavished praise on The Rock for consistently helping out those who helped him during his struggling days. Besides his decorated WWE run and thriving Hollywood career, the Brahma Bull is involved in many other successful business ventures. His journey has been one to behold, with his sheer hard work and dedication factoring in his success. However, it wouldn't have been possible if not for the immense contributions of those who were close to The Rock when he was trying to find his footing in life. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's One-on-One, Teddy Long revealed how he had witnessed the Great One's struggling days closely for a while. Long added that though God had been kind to The Rock, he hadn't forgotten his past and always went out of his way to help out those who helped him in his journey. Well, God bless him, man. I was right there, kind of with him for the little bit of his struggle, but we have seen where he started and where he's come from. So, God has really blessed him, and one thing about him, he doesn't forget the people who were helping him on the way up. He certainly goes up and sees about those people that certainly helped him get where he is today. So kudos to The Rock, man. Merry Christmas to him, and keep on having all the good luck, said Teddy Long. The Brahma's Bull former rival Kurt Angle also couldn't help himself but sing his praises in a recent chat with Bill Apter of Sportskeeda Wrestling. The Olympic gold medalist said he was proud of Dwayne Johnson's success in Hollywood and of his other ventures like XFL. Angle believes that the Great One was one of the wealthiest persons in the world and that everything he touched turned to gold. Oh God, I don't know. He just disappeared off the face of the earth. No, the guy is kicking butt and taking names, man. And, I'm so proud of him. Every day he has something going on, whether it's a movie of XFL or his production company. He has had an incredible career and he's one of the top guys in Hollywood right now. If not, he might one of the richest guys in the world at this particular time. Guy's doing an amazing job, and everything he does turns to gold, said Kurt Angle. Though he has been away from the ring for a few years now, The Rock is rumored to return in time for WrestleMania 39 to wrestle Roman Reigns. What do you make of Teddy Long's comments about the Brahma Bull? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. WrestleMania 39 go-home episode of WWE Raw already sold out. The 27th of March 2023 episode of Monday Night Raw, which will be the go-home episode of the show for WrestleMania 39 at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, is already almost sold out. Fan excitement for WWE has been on a high ever since Triple H took over as the head of creative, with ticket sales and TV viewership consistently impressive. The go-home episode of the Red Brand for next year's showcase of the Immortals will emanate live from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Despite being 4 months away, it has nearly sold out. WrestleTix behind their Patreon paywall have reported that the Footprint Center wheelhouse 668 seats for that particular episode of Raw, out of which 325 have been sold. This leaves 743 to be sold in 4 months. The show is all but guaranteed to be a sellout. This particular building was also the site of the Go-Home show for Money in the Bank 2022 and SummerSlam 2021. Go-Home episodes before a premium live event showcase the stars, storylines, and matches that will appear on the PLE. The Go-Home shows before WrestleMania are an even bigger deal, with them taking place days before the biggest wrestling show of the year. This particular episode will see several superstars who will wrestle at WrestleMania 39. Regular viewers of Monday Night Raw might have been surprised to see that there was no live episode of the show this week. Instead, a Best of 2022 episode was played in its place. This week's episode of the Red Brand fell on the day after Christmas. While the Stanford-based promotion has historically worked either on holidays or filmed the festive episode earlier, it seems none of that was done this week. Last week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown was filmed in advance along with the episode the week before, but the same did not happen for Raw. According to Fightful Select, this was done to give an extended break to large portions of the production crew. WWE is running house shows at the moment, so wrestlers are not getting any time off for the holidays. They are, however, heavily compensated for that. House shows run on skeleton crews compared to live episode TV, so several departments are getting almost a week off for Christmas. WWE will return to TV on this week's episode of SmackDown on December 30th. WWE Raw ratings hit record low viewership. The ratings for the final episode of WWE Raw in 2022 are in and the numbers are down. WWE aired a best of episode this past Monday night, so the numbers were naturally lower than usual. In addition to clips of the best matches of the year, Monday's show also featured interviews with NXT Tag Team Champions The New Day, Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and other popular WWE superstars. According to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, the December 26th edition of Raw brought in 1.075 million viewers, a big dip from the 1.705 million that tuned into the Red Brand last week. Brandon added that Monday's show was the lowest viewership in the history of Raw. The numbers for the key 1849-year-old demographic also suffered this week. Monday's show scored 0.27 in the key demo, while the December 19th episode of Raw received a 0.43 rating. The American Nightmare has been out of action since WWE Hell in a Cell 2022. Cody defeated Seth Rollins for the third time in a row at the Premium Live event but was badly injured heading into the match. Rhodes tore his pectoral muscle training for the bout and was written off of television following his Hell in a Cell victory over the Visionary. During his interview on Raw, Cody hinted that he was almost ready to return and said that he had championship aspirations in 2023. "I would like to pick up right where I left off. I can't help but think about the little kid who showed up at 440 Shepherdsville Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and wanted to be a pro wrestler. He told everyone how big his plans were, but didn't have any idea about the price one needed to pay. There's one thing I came back for specifically. A torn pec couldn't stop me, and I can't name one thing that can stop me. It has to be done, it needs to be done, and I want to be the one to get it done." The first episode of Raw in 2023 already has 2 huge title matches on the card. Austin Theory will defend the United States Championship against Seth Rollins on January 2nd. Alexa Bliss will also challenge Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship on next week's show. Time will tell how much next week's episode rebounds in the ratings. Would you like to see a new champion crowned on January 2nd? Sound off in the comments section below. Sasha Banks confirms she is done with WWE. Sasha Banks' latest Instagram story has led many fans to speculate that she isn't coming back to WWE anytime soon. Banks hasn't wrestled a match for about 8 months now. She has been a hot topic of discussion among fans since walking out of WWE Raw in May. Amidst massive speculation about Sasha Banks being done with WWE, she reposted an emotional fan write-up on her Instagram stories. The original fan post was a thank you message addressed to the boss and mentioned her accomplishments as a WWE superstar over the years. Banks was a regular act on WWE's main roster for about 7 years before she walked out of Raw earlier this year. During this period, she established herself as one of the best female stars of this generation. WWE acknowledged the same when it released a list counting down the 50 greatest women superstars of all time and placed her at the number 6 spot. Last year, Banks appeared on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions. Judging by her comments, she was well aware of her worth. Here's what she said: "I'm done with the I'm thankful, I'm done with the pizza, I don't eat that anymore. I eat steak like Vince McMahon, with vegetables like him. Because I can be that and that's where I'm at. I'm here, I'm signed and I've been here, I've put in the work, and if I see myself where I want to see myself, I'm on Vince McMahon's level." Banks boasts a massive fan following and is talented enough to make it big outside the WWE umbrella. She is reportedly going to appear at the upcoming NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 17 event. Only time will tell if her ardent fans get to see her in a WWE ring again or if she is done with the company for good. What does the future hold for Sasha Banks? Sound off in the comments. WWE's major plans for the Judgment Day in 2023. The Judgment Day has been terrorizing superstars on the Red brand for quite some time. However, it looks like the stable will cause more chaos in the coming year as WWE has some major plans for the group. Earlier this year, the Judgment Day decided they needed to change their leadership when they kicked Edge out of the stable after Finn Balor joined the group. Later, Dominic Mysterio joined the group by betraying Rey Mysterio and the Rated R Superstar at Clash at the Castle. The group has been a staple on the Red brand, and young Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley are learning a lot under veterans like Finn Balor and Damian Priest. However, it looks like WWE has some major plans for the stable in the coming year. According to a new report from Zero News, the stable might stay together even after WrestleMania 39 and could head to SmackDown in 2023. There is talk of the group going to the Blue brand and will most likely butt heads with other stables such as the Brawling Brutes and the Bloodline. It will be interesting to see if the stable makes it past WrestleMania, as most members are rumored to have big matches at the Showcase of the Immortals. Last month, the Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley went to the Mysterio family house on Thanksgiving Day. The two superstars broke into Rey Mysterio's house and brutally attacked him. The duo tried to repeat the same amount of shenanigans they created during their last visit. However, Rey Mysterio and Angie Mysterio were prepared for them. The Mysterios fired back at the stable. During the encounter, Angie ended up slapping Rhea Ripley, and Rey Mysterio called the cops on his son and his stablemate. In the end, Dominic was taken away by the cops, leaving Ripley in shock. It looks like the tension between the father and son is at an all-time high, and a rumored WrestleMania match between the two superstars is inevitable. Do you want to see the Judgment Day end after WrestleMania 39? Sound off in the comments section. Bray Wyatt breaks character for a young fan. Bray Wyatt is one of the most popular superstars in WWE, and he went a step ahead to reciprocate love at the latest live event. Before the WWE Holiday Tour kicked off, we saw Bray Wyatt tease a darker side to his on-screen persona on SmackDown. He struggled to get through his promo and ended up attacking the cameraman who was with him inside the ring. It was a surprising switch in his character that has been shown on the blue brand since his return. Bray Wyatt recently competed in his first match since returning to WWE earlier this year and has been an active performer at the live events that took place this week. At the latest show in Greensboro, Bray met with fans at ringside. During his interaction, a young fan in the audience offered him a hug, and Bray Wyatt obliged. The video quickly garnered a lot of attention on Twitter, with fans hailing him as the sweetest superstar in the company. When Bray Wyatt first returned, he took the opportunity to cut an emotional promo, thanking fans for always having his back. He was one of the most shocking names on the list of superstars released by the company last year. But the former world champion has maintained his position as a lovable wrestler despite intriguing changes in his personality. Recent live events have seen Bray Wyatt take on former world champion Jinder Mahal. The reaction to his matches has been good so far, especially considering that this is an excellent opportunity for him to shake off any ring rust before making a televised in-ring return. He is currently involved in a feud with LA Knight on SmackDown. Earlier this month, Bray Wyatt introduced Uncle Howdy as an entirely different person, who is seemingly responsible for the darker side of an otherwise friendly superstar. Since his return, he hasn't wrestled a single match on the main roster. What do you think of Bray Wyatt's current run in WWE? Let us know in the comments section below. Major plan for WWE SmackDown. Last week's edition of WWE SmackDown saw the Usos successfully defend their undisputed tag team championship against Hit Row. Also on the show, Braun Strowman and Ricochet prevailed over Imperium in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. Fans can expect WWE to keep the ball rolling to end the year on a high note when WWE SmackDown emanates live from the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, on December 30th, 2022. The company has announced that Roman Reigns will join forces with Sami Zayn to take on John Cena and Kevin Owens in a blockbuster tag team match on the upcoming episode. Furthermore, Ronda Rousey will defend her SmackDown Women's Championship against Raquel Rodriguez, while Sheamus will take on Solo Sikoa in singles action. On that note, let's look at 5 things that could happen in the show. Number 5. Lacey Evans returns to WWE SmackDown with Sergeant Slaughter. WWE has announced that Lacey Evans will make her return on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown with a new gimmick. After failing to impress some fans in her previous run, Evans will be hoping to connect with the audience with her new character. For those unaware, Lacey Evans has served in the military for 5 years. It seems WWE is looking to utilize her background to weave a solid storyline. While it will be interesting to see what the creative team has in store for her upon her return, aligning her with Sergeant Slaughter wouldn't be a bad idea. The WWE veteran recently teased the same on Twitter. Hence, the company could have the 74-year-old return with Evans on Friday night to announce himself as her manager. Number 4. LA Knight calls out Uncle Howdy. The December 16, 2022 edition of WWE SmackDown saw LA Knight call out Bray Wyatt. While the latter showed up, denying his involvement in the attacks, Knight launched an attack on the Eater of Worlds. However, he was interrupted by Uncle Howdy. The hideous character showed up at ringside, much to the shock of LA Knight. Given how things unfolded, the upcoming episode of SmackDown could witness Knight calling out Howdy. The former NXT superstar could fire verbal volleys at Howdy before calling him out to settle things in the ring. Given Bo Dallas is rumored to be the face behind Howdy, this could lay down the breadcrumbs for the inclusion of Wyatt's real-life brother into the storyline. Number 3. Solo Sikoa prevails over Sheamus courtesy of the Usos. Solo Sikoa is set to lock horns with Sheamus in singles action on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown. However, fans can expect this match to turn south sooner rather than later as potential interference from the Brawling Brutes and the Usos seems likely. The creative team could have the Usos make their presence felt during the match, only for the Brawling Brutes to show up to make the save. Sikoa could, however, take advantage of a distracted Sheamus, pinning him to earn a major victory. Number 2. Shayna Baszler costs Raquel Rodriguez her match against Ronda Rousey. On Friday night, Ronda Rousey will defend her SmackDown Women's Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. This contest came to fruition after Rodriguez won the gauntlet match to become the #1 contender for the title last week. While Rodriguez could show heart to go toe-to-toe against the champion, the title may not change hands on December 30th. The creative team could have Shayna Baszler show up during the bout to cost the former NXT superstar her match against Rousey. Number 1. Sami Zayn turns on Roman Reigns to side with Kevin Owens and John Cena. The upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown will witness Roman Reigns join forces with Sami Zayn to take on John Cena and Kevin Owens. However, this could turn into something bigger by the end of the night. Given Sami Zayn is rumored to face Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber 2023, WWE could lay down the breadcrumbs for the high-profile match on Friday's episode. The honorary use could turn on the Tribal Chief, siding with Kevin Owens and Cena to help the babyfaces emerge victorious. Should Sami Zayn turn on Roman Reigns? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing